The Minnesota Media Archive is brought to you by North Metro TV. Your support helps make the archive possible. Please consider a one-time donation. The past comes alive at North Metro TV, where we can help you transfer your old videotapes, films, cassette tapes, record albums, and even photographs and slides to DVD and digital so you can enjoy them again. North Metro TV, bringing the past to life.
On behalf of the Centennial School District, the Centennial Board of Education, and Centennial High School, I would like to welcome the graduates, families, and friends to the 2003 graduation ceremony. This year we are honoring the 43rd graduating class of Centennial High School. Before I do my introductions, I would just like to remind people to please turn off your cell phones or your pagers. Thank you. It's my pleasure to introduce the people who will be assisting with the awarding of diplomas. Please hold your applause until I have completed the introductions. From the Centennial School Board, Dennis Halverson, Chairperson, Mark Rabine, Vice Chair, Christina Wilson, Clerk, Sharon Johnson, Treasurer, Susie Guthmuller, Director, Tim Lesner, Director. And from Centennial High School, Principal Dr. Carol Kluznik, Assistant Principals Tom Bruning, and Bonnie Toms. I would like to thank these people for all of their efforts in organizing this ceremony and the many other high school staff who assisted in a variety of ways. Thank you. The purpose of the graduation ceremony is to provide the formal opportunity to gather together our graduates, their families, and friends to celebrate the graduates' accomplishments and to outwardly recognize the hard work they have put forth to gain the knowledge and learn the skills necessary to earn a diploma. As we reflect on those accomplishments today, I would like to make a few remarks regarding one of the essential personal attributes that students must develop to get to this day and must continue to develop to be successful in the future. That personal attribute is maturity. I know every one of us has heard someone comment on our maturity, sometimes negatively and sometimes positively, and sometimes with just the inflection in their voice. Oh, that was a very mature decision, or oh, that was a very mature decision. We hear or use these words often, but what is maturity? An unknown author has described it as follows. Maturity is the ability to control anger and settle differences without violence or discretion. Maturity is patience. It is a willingness to pass up immediate pleasure in favor of the long-term gain. Maturity is perseverance, the ability to sweat out a project or a situation in spite of heavy opposition and discouraging setbacks. Maturity is the capacity to face unpleasantness and frustration, discomfort and defeat without complaint or collapse. Maturity is humility. It is being big enough to say, I was wrong, and when right, the mature person need not experience the satisfaction of saying, I told you so. Maturity is the ability to make a decision and stand by it. The immature spend their lives exploring endless possibilities, then they do nothing. Maturity means dependability, keeping one's word, coming through in a crisis. The immature are masters of the alibi. They are the confused and the disorganized. Their lives are a maze of broken promises, former friends, unfinished business, and good intentions that just somehow never materialize. Maturity is the art of living in peace with that which we cannot change, the courage to change that which should be changed, and the wisdom to know the difference. In closing, I would like to congratulate all of you for gaining the skills, the knowledge, and developing the maturity necessary to achieve graduation. I challenge each of you to keep developing your maturity, which will help you to make good choices and set goals for your future. Everyone here today is proud of you, as I know each of you is feeling a sense of pride for your accomplishments. I congratulate each of you and wish you all good luck in your future endeavors. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Senior Class Representative Sarah Goebel and Junior Class Representative Matt Keller to recite the Senior Pledge and Transfer.
the senior class of 2003 are proud of our achievements. Thankful for the opportunities and the support we have received from our families, our school, and our community. We challenge this year's junior class, the class of 2004, to uphold and continue the values which set Centennial Senior High School apart from the rest.
On behalf of the class of 2004, we accept the challenge not only to maintain the high level of excellence at CHS, but to do as the class of 2003 did and raise the level of expectation even higher and instill and increase Cougar pride for all of our students. We also want to thank all of the seniors for your leadership, your talents, and your support. Good luck to all of you as you start your life after CHS.
As is tradition at Centennial High School, the valedictorian has the honor of saying a few words to their class. This year, we're honored to hear from our three valedictorians, Scott Anderson, Eric Van Abel, and Marla Johnson.
Honored guests, teachers, family, friends, and fellow graduates, this day has finally arrived. It is with great honor that I am standing here speaking to you, the graduating class of 2003, and we have made it to our well-deserved destination. When deciding what approach to take for this speech, I thought I could say something intellectual, but I'll leave that to Eric. On the other hand, I could talk about something emotional, but I think I'm going to leave that to Marla. Instead, I will speak to you about change, because change is the only constant thing throughout life. I really wanted to express the significance of change in all of our lives. We are now entering a very distinctive phase in our life, being graduating from high school. But let's be honest, the best kind of change to a graduating senior is the change in our parents' pockets. We here at Centennial have experienced many changes. We've had 7 principals in the last 4 years. We've seen a new addition, a new middle school, and a new elementary as well. Overall, schools are also changing. In the last 4 years, we had more bomb threat days than snow days. We had more lockdown drills than tornado drills, and more rent-a-cops than ever before. But now, for the class of 2003, things will be different. There will be no more decade videos in American history, no more dissecting cats, frogs, or other miscellaneous roadkill in anatomy, no more eating mystery meat for lunch in gymnasiums, no more bitter prom stories from Mr. Carlson, and sadly, no more senior skip days, which I will miss the most. However, some things are hard to change, such as procrastination, which kept me up until 4 o'clock this morning finishing this speech. The greatest thing about change is there is always something to look forward to. We are now moving into an extraordinary time of our lives, but we must never forget the memories of our last 4 years here at CHS. Congratulations, class of 2003. We all have the potential to reach for the stars and touch the sky. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. I would like to begin by thanking all of you for being here today to witness this great occasion. It is not often that we're able to be together to celebrate for so many young and talented people. It is a great honor for me to speak for the graduating class of 2003. Every student you see before you today is an intelligent and mature individual that will make a positive influence on our society. Without a doubt in my mind, I stand beside one of the brightest classes ever to come out of Centennial. I have high hopes for the future of every student to walk out of here with a diploma in hand. And with that in mind, I would now like to read you a poem by Nicholas Gordon entitled, "There is no future good enough." There is no future good enough for what we hope to be, nor world with windows wide enough for what we hope to see. How beautiful this time of youth that is so quickly gone. We came to learn together, and in moments we are done. How long we will remember this brief time when life would wait upon the true perception that comes always far too late. From this poem, we see that it is important for every one of us to cherish every day and everything that we have. For it was only 4 short years ago that the class of 2003 walked into homeroom and wondered what high school would hold for them. Now those 4 years are over, and once again, we will look towards the future. However, I offer this piece of advice to all of my peers. While gazing ahead down the road of life, don't forget to look around where you are, for there is no future good enough. Celebrate today and everything good about today, and then celebrate tomorrow once it comes. It is important for us to appreciate each day because it will soon be lost. In 4 more years, we will look back on this day and wonder what we were thinking. In 4 more years, we will be choosing another road to take. In 4 more years, we will be looking towards the future once again. In 4 more years, we will have something else to celebrate. In 4 more years, today will be gone, so we must always make the most of today. I would like to leave you with a quote about the future said by our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln left us with these great words: "The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time." Thank you, everyone. Congratulations, and enjoy today and every tomorrow.
Well, we finally made it. We are the graduating class of 2003. Thank you to everyone who helped us out and encouraged us along the way. We couldn't have done it without you. Now here's the part where I'm supposed to make some profound point, direct our paths for the future, and why don't I just solve the problems of the universe while I'm at it? But I can't really do any of these things, because each of the graduates before you today has a different background, a different plan for the future, and different thoughts, ideas, and questions running through their mind this very minute. Some may be thinking, am I going to enjoy attending the U of M for 4 years? Or maybe, will I survive boot camp? Or better yet, what am I even going to do with my life? And probably the most popular question running through everyone's mind right now, is she ever going to stop talking? The truth is, I don't have all the answers. And that's one thing that I don't enjoy admitting. The only thing I can do is express some of my thoughts and hope that you can relate them to your lives as well. I've learned a lot these past 4 years, but for most of us, our journey together began long before that. We've learned together, laughed together, even cried together. We've seen each other change. From sock hops in elementary, to 6th grade environmental camp, to sports events, we've always known how to have fun with each other. So where do we go from here? Once again, I don't have the answer. We are all very different people going in many different directions. A chapter of our lives is ending, but we're all like a good book, and the world can't wait to turn the page to read the next chapter. And it's analogies like that that got me my A's in English. So what will our future be? I don't know. Each one of us has a reason for being on this earth, and it's up to us to discover it. We may not have all the answers today, but that's okay. Because as Rainer Maria Rilke once said, live your questions now, and perhaps even without knowing it, you will live along some distant day into your answers. This day marks a new beginning in our lives. We will have a new freedom, a freedom to discover who we are as individuals. We are completely responsible for our own choices and actions now. Let's face it, a note from Mom just isn't going to cut it anymore. It's up to us to take our lives in the right direction. So let's get out there and show the world what wonderful individuals comprise the class of 2003. Thank you.
It is now my privilege and honor to begin awarding the diplomas. Members of the Board of Education, Dr. Christensen, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, as the principal of Centennial High School, I hereby certify that these graduates seated before you have successfully completed the requirements for graduation set forth by the State of Minnesota and Independent School District Number 12 and are ready to receive their diplomas. Will the candidates in the first row rise and approach the stage?
At this time, we'll begin the awarding of diplomas. Our first board member, Sharon Johnson, will be handing out diplomas, and as we go along through the program, the other board members will also be coming up and awarding diplomas. Our first four graduates will be our valedictorian and salutatorian, and also in recognizing their honors and their accomplishments, they will be receiving a medal acknowledging that achievement that they've acquired. Scott Arthur Anderson.
Marla Annette Johnson, valedictorian.
Eric Nicholas Van Abel, valedictorian.
Jessica Worley, a salutatorian.
And those are our valedictorians and salutatorians for the class of 2003. Because of the number of graduates we have tonight, we ask that the members of the audience hold their applause until we have announced all the graduates. Thank you. Cassandra Ray Karp.
Mark Robert Ray.
Krista Renee Hallen.
Ashley Olson.
Christine Marie Anderson.
Jesse Ray Owen.
Jesse Aaron Osselson.
Lindsay Loretta Rhodes.
Christine Marie Perche.
Brianne Marie Curran.
Morgan Catherine Hollis.
Katie Marie Fig.
Rachel Frances Kergassler.
Meredith Ann Wismer.
Sarah Ann Josephson.
Kristen Alberg.
Rachel Ann Selt.
Kelsey Lee Matthews.
Shannon Leah Wold.
Carrie Beth Dahlberg.
Heather Marie Byrne.
Sarah Christofitz.
Kristen Mary Billing.
Amy Whittet.
Erica Ray Poindexter.
Alexander Warren Belts.
Brian J. Snell.
Michael Stephen Arthur.
Benjamin Philip Anchus.
Anthony John Richter.
Mark John Dahl.
Jarrett James Massey.
Heather Pudwell.
Dwayne Michael Zerwas.
David Brent Schlicht.
Matthew Paul Lillyblad.
John Lawrence.
Jacob Antonio Perez.
Philip Patrick Todd.
Melissa Ann Maher.
Jessica Lynn Scully.
Jody Marie Gruffman.
Joe Tesher.
Amber Ann Nygaard.
Amber Rose Allsoccer.
Esther Boyer.
Crystal Lauren Olson.
Stacy Jacobson.
Elisa Jane Holmgren.
Melanie Jean Tedora.
Natalie Joy Fuhrer.
Bobby Jean Schwartzbauer.
Teresa Ray Whittet.
Heather Marie Bellend.
Shannon Nicole Langer.
Bethany K. Sarian.
Emily Ann Ulrich.
Jennifer Marie Amaker.
Amanda Lee Schwinsfire.
Daniel William Vinzant.
Dave Heimroll.
Anne Marie Tomerdal.
Angela Teresa Hennis.
Jessica Marie Yonder.
Krista Lynn Lewis.
Kelly Jean Lincoln.
Melissa Elizabeth Arnold.
Crystal Lynn Schmidt.
Krista Mayling Witzik.
Krista Marie Maxwell.
Jenny Marie Winnicky.
Adam Ross Habish.
Ryan Patrick Crowley.
David John Rader.
Tanja Michelle Balstead.
Brandon Joshua Mathis.
Melissa Lynn Wilhite.
Sarah Jonak.
Stephanie Ann Pert.
Gina Marie Williams.
Penny Ann Nickerson.
Peter Thomas Steck.
Patrick Roger Nelson. At this time, we will change diploma presenters, and board member Susie Guthmuller will present diplomas at this time.
Jill Marie Worley.
Amber Cerie Franzen.
Lisa Nicole Childs.
Stephanie Yvonne Skank.
Okay. Nathaniel Adam Gilbertson.
Eric Daniel Hinkle.
Brian Andrew Schleter.
Michael James Lynch.
Iu Ulua Esther Bankoli.
Owashali Peter Bankoli.
Joseph Peterson.
Matthew Scott Zalesny.
Joshua John Kriegler.
Rick George Dieteminis.
Mark Reynolds.
Patrick Ryan Wilker.
John Paul Pierce.
Anthony Thomas Smith.
Thomas Russell Cardinal.
Daniel James Solinger.
Josh Tosny.
Eric Michael Pickarts.
Colin Pearson.
Adam James Welk.
Christopher A. Pashuk.
Dan Graff.
Andrew David Savant.
Joseph Allen Manson.
Megan Marie Doss.
Amber Marie Campbell.
Justin James Nygaard.
Jordan Blair Kurth.
Matthew Henry Erickson.
Brett Wagner.
John Randall McKelko.
Ryan Strand.
Amanda Jean Nelson.
Erica Marie Gerard.
Sarah Ann Langer.
Nicole Volner.
Trevor Eugene Freeberg.
Kevin Laverne Cumlin.
Kent Martin Schlager.
Dane Sears Lindblad.
Corey Allen Banky.
Jared Reed Anderson.
Margaret Louise Johnson.
Joanne Eloise Ermentrout.
Michelle Marie Dietrich.
Katie Jean Fogarty.
Mark Allen Sela.
Ryan Thomas Costello.
Julie Matkey.
Megan Michelle Hellman.
At this time, we will change diploma presenters to board member Dennis Halverson. Lisa Sarah Drew.
Samantha Jo Steele.
Lindsay Jean Wogenson.
Heather Hammerstrom.
Trista Elaine Gunderson.
Melissa Meyer.
Daniel Robert Sankowski.
Laura Ann Wapple.
Tara Lynn Groff.
Daniel Scott Moravic.
Curtis Eric Schultz.
Stephen Thomas Olson.
Stephanie Marie Kewick.
Sarah Louise DeWitt.
Lindsay K. Doyle.
Don Benet Doyle.
Maria Rios.
Jamie Marie Nelson.
Alicia Marie Jacobson.
Suzanne Renee Ferguson.
Megan McManus.
Paul Brand IV.
Matthew John Loscheider.
Joseph Adam Swolowski.
Daniel S. Trinkle.
Anthony Lewis Howitz.
Stephen Thielen.
Derek Charles Countryman.
Ryan Gregory Olson.
Eric David Guillen.
Ashley Marie Belden.
Graham Nelson Owen.
Andrew Thomas Sherrod.
Darren Downs.
Angela Hobbins.
Nicole Mikolai.
Angela Mary Scotterud.
Nicole Pudwell.
Jennifer Brandt.
Katrina Marie Bartlett.
Michael John Lapidad.
Adam Mayer.
Nathan Ryan Parcell.
Matthew James Gray.
Joseph Filgen.
Thomas Stephen McConnell.
Carl Leon Nowakowski.
Mark Slayton.
Justin Glander.
Travis Bramer.
Mariah Gavin.
Stephanie Blaker.
Tyler Joseph Tuma.
Jacob Elliott Winter.
Laura Sue Balthazar.
Julie Ann Davis.
Stephanie Zemlicka.
Ryan Charles Boone.
Philippe Bauer.
Ugo Monteo Nede Usa.
Samantha Lynn Lovell.
Kathleen Joe Thompson. At this time, we will change diploma presenters. Board member Christina Wilson will present at this time.
Peter Johnson.
Tony Lee Flasspeter.
Allison Marie Hutterer.
Thank you. Mindy Renee Strelo.
Annette Gustina Moravec.
Amy Kathleen Peterson.
Jonathan Ross Cooksey.
Kevin Charles Speltz.
Joshua Adam Sheldon.
Patrick Schofer.
Timothy John Zolazesny.
That's okay, Mr. Bruning, I've butchered a few too. Justin Stephen Thompson.
Don't get that one. Brian Patrick McDermott.
Joseph Graham.
Tyler James Faybeck.
Justin Bigelow.
Timothy Ryan Hobscheid.
Matthew Rodanke.
Derek Donner Richmond.
Anthony Thomas Roy.
Jonathan Everett Hewsome.
Don Van Ho.
Joshua Smith.
Megan Bernadette Lundgren.
Marcela Padilla.
Erin Elizabeth Exomatis.
Leah Marie Cole.
Andrew Cordy.
Sarah Michelle Kotke.
Therese Ann Denius.
Kelly Marie Eckert.
Eve Elizabeth Sunberg.
Brian John Rohrbacher.
Tyler Hayda.
Jenna Christine Stokes.
Laura Elizabeth Arch.
Jancy Abraham.
Rachel Antoinette Nelson.
Ross Joseph Pokrabek.
Scott Vernon Schmidt.
Erin Therese McDermott.
Bethany Renee Jobs.
Amy Joy Rowley.
Candace Rampala Yoder.
Jessica Eugenia Steele.
Annie Marie Wesson.
Andrew George Kurek.
Eric P. Nelson.
Thomas J. Holland.
Anjali Bora Murray.
Sarah Marie Sinkoski.
Brittany Amanda Nemi.
Stephanie Aaron Stensland.
Dylan George Krenz.
Jennifer Lynn Christensen.
Shannon Marie Vale.
Amanda Ray Peterson.
Caitlin Sue Boyce.
Tara Jean Boston.
Natalie Hollett Albrecht.
Rachel Ashley Engstrom.
Amy Jo Grimm.
Abdul Kareem Latham El Jassim.
Chad Thomas Udenberg.
Lucy Bao Yang.
Tony Sao Yang.
Anthony Kent Lanners.
Nicholas Gary Surley.
Andrew J. Moran.
Jared Michael Helmbrett.
Melissa Sue Paulson.
Catherine Ann Toll.
At this time, we will change diploma presenters to board member Tim Lesner.
Heidi Lynn Durbin.
Rachel C. Korsmo.
Danielle Alicia Wallen.
Tabitha Heather Krafik.
Nicholas Michael McNamara.
Michael Lee Farber.
Michael Path.
Adam E. Rockbauer.
Joshua Joel Freeberg.
Nick Zewers.
Kyle Christian Anderson.
Jeremiah Redwing Carlson.
Jared David Eller.
Bradley Allen Nelson.
Travis Allen Powers.
Sarah Jean Skeet.
Patrick John Schultz.
Marcus Ryan Forsyth.
Jonathan Andrew Beach.
Matthew Fennell.
Jacob Mitchell Dixon.
Andrew Noren.
Mitch Anderson.
Kathleen Terrio.
Carly Christine Kemper.
Jamie Ruth Wogenson.
Jacqueline Rose Blees.
Megan Elizabeth Pearson.
Stephanie Lynn Reed.
Megan Lee Robleski.
Jennifer Marie Bettendorf.
Corey Carlson.
Christopher A. Labard.
Thomas Scott Dieterman.
Amy Jo Nelson.
Brandon Diddle.
Travis Swanson.
Selena L. Thiessen.
Melissa K. Peck.
Joseph John Sky.
Daniel Keith Kruger.
Johnny Michael Sheely.
Jeffrey Scott Graves.
Kara Christine Phillips.
Joseph Michael Olson.
Matthew Erickson Bush.
Katie Lee Spindler.
James David Bozine.
Caitlin Elizabeth Tencher.
Jessica Nicole Anderson.
Lauren Melissa Diekman.
Brittany Ann Kirschner.
Timothy Ryan McCord.
Keith Allen Meyer.
Matthew Paul Montaigne.
Daniel Johnson.
Wayne Robert Simpson.
Jesse C. Young.
Terry Lee Byron Jr.
Laura Michelle Holt.
Nicole Marie Bagenstos.
Marty W. D'Agostino.
Eric John Morrell. Yep, go ahead.
Kelly Jean Kwapik.
Christopher Aaron Kubal.
Sarah Jean Goebel.
Laura Cass Vitstum.
At this time, we will change diploma presenters to board member Mark Rabine.
Jacqueline Maniva Keene.
Travis Aaron St. Louis.
Shannon Nicole John.
Jasa Ray Schmidt.
Christy Marissa Saw.
Amber Lynn Barnard.
Lindsay
Laura Jane Johnson.
Nicole Marie Bruin.
Abby K. Schrader.
Melissa Sue Munch.
Amanda Jo Goddard.
James Robert Wetterling.
Corey Ellis Benzer.
Shauna Elizabeth Winter.
Stephen Matthew Dahl.
David G. Olson.
Eric M. Kujawa.
Stephanie Renee Bishop.
Jonathan Gerald Tesh.
Stefan Zachary Knutson.
Brian D. Vanderlucht.
Dustin Thompson.
Timothy James Warwick.
Dave Edberg.
Christopher James Soboleski.
Timothy Joseph Bjornberg.
Michael John Miller.
Michael Nicholas Resch.
Michael T. Desi.
Timothy James Hobreck.
Darren Thomas Laudy.
Evan Anthony Christensen.
Jared James Lindquist.
Jonathan Glenn Mosing.
Robert Matthew Thompson.
Nicholas W. Brandt.
Matthew Thomas Frank.
Rachel Allen Schwager.
Joseph Warhol.
Christopher John Altringer.
Joshua Douglas Kissick.
Carlene Marie Crandall.
Andrea Jane Sagnes.
Casey Edward Murray.
Daniel John Murray.
Peter James Knoll.
Bailey Marie Norstaban.
Kimberly Marie Gunderson.
Danielle K. Rojeski.
Donald James Morrell.
Will Heelan.
Mark Stephen Hangy.
Jacob Allen Klosner.
Matthew Heelan.
Kyle Andrew Bankler.
Matthew Lawrence Androwski.
Peter Frank Barr.
Logan George Lawrence Gottwald.
Michelle Lynn Cummings.
Amy Maria Kern.
Rachel Ann Spryshak.
Nicholas Gordon Collin.
It's my great pleasure to present to you the Centennial class of 2003. Please join me in giving them your congratulations.
The Minnesota Media Archive is brought to you by North Metro TV. Your support helps make the archive possible. If you like this video, please consider a one-time donation.